England one up with one T20 to play against New Zealand with a third T20 live and exclusive on talkSPORT 2. And, of course, the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel. And it starts in just half an hour's time. So let's get the latest ahead of the game. It's a great pleasure to say good morning, part of our commentary team, former England fast bowler Darren Gough. Goughy, very good morning.
Good morning, Goughy.
Hey, good morning. Good to be back. I didn't recognise this place.
Good
I thought I'd come to
When they said you were in this morning, I went, no chance. This early, no chance.
I must admit, when the alarm went at 4 o'clock this morning, I wasn't too keen, bud. I don't know how you've done it. For how many years is it now, Al?
26.
26? I did 12. How many have you done now, Gabs?
5, I think.
You'll get a tie next week. Thanks for coming, 5 years.
Al got a nice present for his 25th as well.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
Cupcake.
he even splashed out on some earphones, hasn't he? It's peaked early.
Oh, no, that's the new thing.
They're freebies,
you know, we are out of order. We've got headphones on. You're not allowed that.
I've got some of them, though, but I only use them when I'm on commentary, you know. But they are good, aren't they? They do block out.
You mean when you get paid proper money?
When you go abroad, yeah.
Right, so Darren, England won up in the series. Will they get the job done today?
Well, they should do, the way they're playing. I mean, I've seen a team that are playing with so much confidence. The captain, we've seen him, Harry Brook, how good he is. But I tell you what, Phil Salt and Josh Buttler at the top of the order are as good as anything that's been.
I like Josh. I do. I really do.
He is.
Josh Buttler.
Well, look, I hate saying this because you're comparing eras, but when you're talking about white ball cricketers, he's got to be probably the best we've had, hasn't he? Josh Buttler. But I think we've got people like Phil Salt who have come in and he looks solid. From the first ball, he doesn't have a look, does he? He don't think, I'll have a look for a couple of balls. He's not selfish at all. He just goes at it straight away. And once England get off to a flyer, I don't think there's any stopping them because that batting lineup is so strong. Sam Curran calms it down in the middle orders, and Cox, when he comes in, I know he's new to the game, international start, but he's a good, top player as well, you know. Yeah. So the batting is really, really strong. And then with Adil Rashid in the bowling attack, you've got a chance. He's getting better and better with age. He's nearly 40 now.
So he'll be part of the Ashes, won't he? You know, I don't want to dismiss this, but moving on, it's not long away now, the Ashes over in Australia. It's going to be great. Do you make Aussies slight favourites, Darren?
I do, purely because in Australia, you only have to look at England going over there the last 3 tours. What has it been? 5-0, 4-0, 4-0. So they ain't good touring Australia. But this team, Australia are a little bit in disarray, purely because they just need to sort out their opening slot. They need to decide who's going to bat 3, because I think number 3 at the minute, Cameron Green, should be batting 6. That's constant. Everybody's talked about it, man, about his batting and the way he plays. Is he going to open, or are they going to go back to Lavisher and then to open the batting? It's a little bit over the shop. Steve Smith, 4 and Ed Travis Head at 5. They're strong. So they're still a good side.
Smith found he's recaptured his form, has he? Because he was struggling a wee bit.
He's good. And Lavishen's smashing out hundreds in grade cricket in Australia. And let's just get over it. I'm sick of reading about Cummins, the captain. He is important for Australia, but he ain't fit. He ain't playing that first test. They're trying to kid us. He isn't playing that first test. Coming back from stress fractures, mate, he's not playing. So they've got to bring in Boland, probably for him. It leaves them with a long tail of Stark, Boland, Lyon and Hazelwood. That's 8, 9, 10 and 11. So their top order batters have got to deliver. England have got a chance. England have got a good chance. Very good, very good.
What about Jofra Archer? Do we need to manage his playing time?
Yeah. If you ask me, I'd be delighted now if we can come back here after the Ashes, having won it, and Archer's played 3 tests and Mark Wood's played 2. If they play 5 between them, I'll be over the moon. Yeah. But get them both in Perth. When there's a pace and bounce, Australia not sure about their batting, hit them with 2 90-miles-an-hour bowlers. Oh, I'd love to watch that. In fact, 3. Bryden Cass as well, and Stokes is your 4th bowler. That ain't bad, is it?
And that's the first test, is it?
First test, Perth, mate. Yeah. What a place, eh? I love Perth. Fancy going out, Al?
No, I was out there. Yeah. When are we talking about? Is it over Christmas or is it before?
Yeah, it starts November. Is it 21st or 24th?
Around the corner.
Yeah, November, late November, and then it finishes January the 8th. Yeah. So over Christmas, you got the Melbourne and New Year. That's when all the English fans will be pouring out to Australia. I mean, there's thousands of them, Al. Yeah. Starting going out to Perth and then going on to Brisbane, to Adelaide, to Melbourne.
Brilliant.
And Sydney. If I was a fan of cricket, well, I am, obviously, but it had never been the one place to go for me is Australia, to go for everything around it, the atmosphere, the cricket, the battle, and just the places, the cities are just beautiful, and the weather and the golf courses.
Have we got any stories, Goughy, of like the needle between the Aussies and England? Because we had Wokesy on about 3 weeks ago, and even he says it gets spicy over there.
Well, it does. It gets spicy everywhere, depending where you go. I mean, you go to Pakistan and India, I've had things thrown at me, pot noodles. I've had the lot thrown at me, bottles of things with stuff in it you won't want to talk about. Yeah. Australia tends to be pure banter. They're like a drink. They're very much like us, right? And when they get out there and the stadiums are bigger, if you look at the MCG, you can get 100,000 people in. So, look, if you go back with them and have fun, it's all in great spirit. They love it. If you go out there and battle against Australia, they'll remember you forever. Yeah. And people like Stokesy, they love Flintoff. I've got a good reputation in Australia. I get on well with them because you go back at them and have a bit of fun, you know? Yeah.
How is Harmy then? It's his birthday today. Stevie Harmison, he'll be happy with Newcastle at the moment.
Well, he will be. He'll be out, won't he, Harmy? Today won't be stopping that. We've got the cricket writers lunch after, so we're going to pop along.
Today where?
I don't know where it's at. Oval. It's at the Oval,
right. Oh, it's just round the corner.
Yeah, so we brought the soup, mate. So we're going to pop in, have a glass of red, glass of white. Well, Harmy don't drink wine, does he? So he'll be necking the whatever the local delicacy is.
That's the only thing he doesn't drink. Mind you, it's his birthday today, so ambulance around 6:30, I reckon.
I would say so. But the best thing to do is, Harmy, is spend half an hour in his company and then just slip away to another side of him, yeah.
Well, I hope he's not in the train because he ends up in Inverness. He catches a few Z's on the train and misses his stop.
He does. He's done it a few times. He actually did it when we were at the Oval working in, hospitality, fine, a green room. You've been there. So we were doing some stuff with that, and he does. And he had definitely one too many, about 10 too many on day 3 of that game, and he missed his. He went on the wrong train. Yeah.
Who's the team? Do we know our team for Australia yet? Who's gone out?
Oh yeah, we've got a big team, mate. It's the usual suspects. Joe Root's going to be important. He hasn't had 100 out there yet, which I find it's remarkable when he's probably England's greatest ever player. You've got Stokes, he's going to be fit. Let's wrap him in cotton wool because he's going to be so vital. Duckett and Zach Crawley are going to be at the top of the order. The only real talking point, if we're honest, Al, is going to be, is it Jacob Bethel or Ollie Pope at 3? I think they've got to start with Ollie Pope at 3. I would actually have Jacob Bethel at 7 in that first test and play an extra batter, no spinner.
Right.
And play 4 out-and-out seamers, pack the bat in, try and get runs on the board against Australia's bowling attack, and then go with pace to try and bowl them out. So it's the usual suspects, same team as always. Harry Brook going to go at 5.
One last one. How's your golf? The Ryder Cup was amazing, wasn't it?
Ryder Cup's amazing.
Oh.
And my golf over the last 18 months is pretty solid.
Yeah?
I've gone from having a huge slice, just having a nice controlled fade. The putting's good. And my handicap's dropping all the time, so I'm pretty happy.
Good.
Lovely stuff.
Goughy, great to see you.
Thank you,
Lovely.
Goughy.
Thank you. Good to see you guys.
Brilliant.